Good evening, everybody. Just want to check that you can hear me. If somebody can raise their hand or put something in the chat box, that would be great. Right, okay, I'm going to crack on. So this evening I'm going to talk about retailing, and obviously with the run up to Christmas we have more opportunity for retailing than we normally would. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is open house. So open house is basically where you invite lots of people locally round to you, where you invite people, your contacts, your friends, etc. The difference between this and a launch is that you just allow people to look at what's on offer. So you set up a nice table, make it all really Christmassy at this time of year. I'm doing one, as you can see, next month. I've also invited other people to have stalls there as well. So it gives people an opportunity to look around, an opportunity to look at what you can give them, obviously, for Christmas gifts, and also your normal products as well. So products that you use day to day and retail day to day. I normally make it as Christmassy as possible, serve mulled wine in the evening. As you can see, I've got a cake store as well, which is going to be great. I've done this in previous years. It's something that you have to promote quite a lot, otherwise you'll find that people don't turn up. So I've made these physical invites. I've also made a Facebook event, and I've texted people as well. But people do need to do Christmas shopping on the run up to Christmas, so it's a great opportunity for people to come to you and do their Christmas shopping, as opposed to going somewhere else, really. And obviously it's very informal and it's a lot of fun, so it's a great event to hold. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was the text message that I sent out earlier this week. So it's an idea from the PSG group where basically you text all your male contacts and say that, you know, they don't like Christmas shopping, and you can provide them with gorgeous gifts, also gift wrap them for them, put a gift tag on it, so literally all they've got to do is pay you and write the gift tag out. I gave them a choice of 3 items, so I gave them a choice of the Sonia skincare set, the Aroma Spa set, and the perfume set, or basically the perfume, sorry. I also did a discount for the first 10 people that ordered, which worked well for me, but obviously that's up to you whether you want to do that or not. I got an order back within about 5 minutes of sending this text message out, and I know lots of other people have had huge success with this as well. So it just makes it really simplistic for guys, and obviously you're doing all the work for them. So there's no reason why they shouldn't love it, really. The other idea I got at the PSG group was to take the brochures that we have. So we have really nice Christmassy brochures at the moment that are available on Forever Living under the literature items. Take those to an office block with some order forms. Maybe make your own order forms with just the Christmassy items on. I'm not sure whether there is a specific Christmas order form around at the moment, but you might want to keep it simple and make your own. So if you know any big office blocks in the area or anywhere there's staff, so schools, colleges, universities, anywhere where there's a lot of employees, speak to the receptionist, ask her if she'll hand the brochure round and the order forms round, and offer her a percentage of the sales that you get. So basically she's going to be more likely to promote it because she's actually getting a percentage, but you then have the opportunity to get orders off of a big office block. And again, whether it's female or male, people have got to do Christmas shopping, don't always enjoy it. If you bring it to them, there's no reason why they wouldn't have a good look on their lunch hour and order things. So obviously we were told about this at the PSG group. People in previous years have had huge amounts of success with this, so it's something that I'm definitely going to do next week. I used to work in schools where they had books, clubs and things like that come round. People would drop off an order form and the catalogue. It would end up in the staff room, and basically anybody that wanted to order would just put their order forms and their check in the envelope that's provided with it. So it's the same sort of principle. It just makes it really nice and easy for people. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was making up little Christmas gift sets, and I think lots of you are already doing this. So this is my little Choco Lips, which I do every year. It's just a way of people getting stocking fillers or presents or whatever they need, and also Christmassy for them, and obviously at the same time they get a really lovely forever gift. So these are really popular at open houses or tabletops or any launches that you might be doing. So remember that people are buying Christmas gifts all the time at the moment, so they're going to be looking out for Christmassy things, as well as obviously we've got loads of products that help keep them well during flu season, that kind of thing, but they will be looking for Christmassy gifts as well. So this is a photo that I stole from Helen because I couldn't find my tabletop photo. So when you're setting out for a tabletop this time of year, obviously make it Christmassy because that's what people want to see. Have your products on display. If you've got any Christmassy kind of products, then have them on display as well. But this is great because what Helen's done is she's used everything from her NDP pack. So rather than going out and spending loads more money, she's using kind of what she's already got, which is great. So tabletops are something that you'll see advertised around local schools, fetes, fairs, and basically people will advertise that they have stalls available. So there's something called stallfinder.co.uk that has a huge amount of stalls on it, but you do need to book early. So if they're advertised on that website, people will start looking there months beforehand. So that's a great website if you want to book tabletops into next year. The other thing that Helen did, which was absolutely fantastic, was she just went on the Essex County Council website and made a list of all the schools in her local area and rang them and asked them if they were holding any Christmas fairs or Christmas fetes and whether she could have a table. So that way you're actually asking people that maybe aren't advertising for stalls. So those people that are advertising for stalls might have already had all their stalls taken up. But if you actually are proactive and ring people and ask them. The other thing to do is create your own tabletop. So ask if you can have a stall in a local supermarket, garden centre, gym, anything like that. Sometimes it's good if you offer a percentage of the profits to charity, and then they're more likely to let you have a table. But I've done local tabletops in local gyms, and I've done them in office blocks as well. So if you know anywhere where there's a lot of footfall, as in a lot of people walk by you, then just ask them if you can have a stall. So the main purpose of a tabletop is to actually data collect. So what you're doing is you're taking your prize draw forms along with you, and you're talking to absolutely everybody that comes past you, and you ask them to fill out your prize draw form. And at the bottom of the prize draw form, they'll say whether they want to borrow a box of samples, whether they want to host an event for you, whether they are interested in the weight management range, and also whether they are interested in the business. So I did a tabletop with Tony on Friday night. I'd say we probably got about 12 to 14 people wanting sample boxes, 1 or 2 people wanting a party, quite a few people interested in the weight management, and 1 person interested in the business. So that's a really good evening. And we did sell some products, which obviously covered the price of the table, but your main purpose for being there is just to data to collect more than anything, and then you've got people that you can ring all week next week. And then people, once they try the samples, will then most likely place orders. Okay, so this is a table set up for a launch. So a launch is something that you normally do when you first join the business. You probably have a couple of launches to show everybody what you're doing with your business. But a launch is also something that's fantastic at this time of year because, again, people are Christmas shopping, so why not invite them round to your house of an evening. The difference between a launch and an open house is that you'll actually take them through the presentation. So you'll actually show them information about all the products that you see there. And at the end of it, you'll ask for their orders, and again, you'll ask for their prize draw forms. So again, you're data collecting, you're finding out people that are interested in the business and people that are interested in holding a launch for you. These are absolutely fantastic to do at any time of year. You have to promote them really well. So if you want people to come to your house, there's no point in just creating a Facebook event. Not everybody sees it. So make sure that you print off invites and actually give them to people personally. Make sure that you actually talk to people and invite them and ring them up and actually ask them what they're doing on a specific evening. And if they say they're free, then ask them to come along. Also, make sure you remind them a couple of days beforehand. What I normally do is send a text out saying, I just need to know how many chairs I need for the evening, so are you bringing anybody with you? And then I also text them on the day saying, looking forward to seeing you this evening, just to give them a reminder, because you'll be surprised how many people completely forget. It's really daft, considering people will make an arrangement and then actually forget to turn up. But again, launches are a great way of creating interest in the products, collecting orders, building your retail base. If you get gel drinkers from a launch, then you've got a repeat business going forward, which is obviously fantastic for you. Okay, so this is another launch I did. This was for Wendy, one of Tony's new team members. So I give everybody a prize draw and an order form on a clipboard and ask them at the end of it to fill out the prize draw, and that's actually on the presentation now. So you actually take them through the prize draw at the end of the presentation and ask them to fill that out. So this is a pup box. So this is one of our sample boxes, and I actually put it in a basket now rather than in a box. So when you do a launch or when you do a tabletop, you ask people to fill out a prize draw questionnaire. And if they tick that they want to borrow the sample box, this is what they borrow. So what you do is after an event, you ring them up, you arrange a time to drop it off. You arrange a time to drop it off. You also arrange a time to pick it up as well. So you only leave it with them about 3 to 4 days. If you leave it with them any longer, you'll probably find that they end up not actually using it because they think they've got all week to use it and then they never get around to using it. And also you don't want them using too much of your product. So if you leave it there too long, you'll find that they end up using everything up. Okay, so you put all your products in it that you get in your new distributor pack, anything else you've got around the house, add that in as well. Everything's clean and tidy. Because our products are really pure, you'll find that around the lids and things you can get like a build-up of product. So make sure that you clean them all up. I normally write tester on it so that people know that they can use them. Also make sure they're open. I've had unopened products before in a basket. People won't open them. They obviously think that maybe they're not supposed to be used, so make sure you always open them for them. Put loads of literature in there. So we have a pup box questionnaire where they give you feedback on the products. We also have what is called a pup box sticker, but basically it's an A4 sheet that you laminate that has all the different products on it and the uses for those products, which obviously enables them to know what they're for. And put loads of literature in there. So put the business magazine, one of the new ones that's just come out, so that's not actually on that photo. Make sure you've got a product brochure in there, a couple of order forms, and any leaflets that you've got in your new distributor pack. But the most important thing is to make sure that you put in there all the literature and the product brochures so that they can see them. So when you drop it off, you're going to get every product out of the basket. and you're going to tell them briefly what it's for. So get the aloe jelly, say this is for burns, bites, cuts, you can use it inside your mouth, etc., etc., and do that with every single product, and then leave them out of the basket, because if you leave them out, people will then look at them and put them back in. So you're making sure that they actually look at them and use them. Okay? While you're there, make sure you book a date in your diary that you're going to collect the pup, so that they know that you're only lending it and they know how long you're lending it for. And then when you go back, you can make sure they've filled out the questionnaire, which again asks them if they're interested in the business, asks them if they're interested in hosting a party. So again, you're data collecting. And when I pick it up, I normally just say to people, what was your favourite product then? What I also do is I either take along a bottle of cranberry drinking gel with me so they can try it and explain what the drinking gel does and what it's all about, or I get an aloe to go sachet and put that in the basket. So it's just that way I can bring in the drinking gel into the conversation and tell them how great it is. And what I also do is put a weight management magazine in so that they can see about the weight management and how that all works. I recently actually had a Clean 9 ordered from a pup box, which is obviously fantastic. So don't be disappointed if you don't get orders. Unfortunately, not every pup box will come back with an order, but some will, some won't. And sometimes you'll get a great order, and then it's really worth having taken it out. But again, you're spreading the word. All we're doing is educating people about the business and educating them about the products. When I pick up the pup box, I will ask people if I can meet with them for a coffee at another time and say a little bit more about the business and how it all works, because they might be interested in it, or they might know friends that are interested in it. So always try and book a one-to-one when you collect your pup, because these people have already seen the products, already seen what you do, so it's a great opportunity there for you, and never miss an opportunity. My first team member actually came from a pup box drop. Okay, right, the other couple of things I wanted to talk to you about was obviously building up your gel drinkers and your repeat customers. So talk to absolutely everybody you know about the drinking gels and the RG and the benefits of that, and also listen to people. So when you're out socialising like normal, or you're at work, or you're speaking to people, have an idea of what the benefits of the drinking gels are, and just listen out for what people say. So if people say they have particular ailments that you know the drinking gel might benefit them, then talk to them about it. So the drinking gel is a healthy tonic. It's full of vitamins and minerals, will help people sleep better, help people feel less stressed, give them lots of energy, and that's all because of the amount of vitamins and minerals within it. It's also really great for people with pain conditions. So aloe vera is a natural painkiller, so it can help people with conditions like fibromyalgia. Also help people with things like arthritis, ME, MS. It's also really great for digestion, so it cleanses your digestion system, helps you absorb vitamins and minerals better, but it can also help balance your yeast and your bacteria, which can help with conditions like IBS, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis. Also is a natural anti-inflammatory, so it can help with conditions like arthritis, asthma, anything with an itis really is an inflammatory condition, and aloe's been known to help that. And it also can help with the skin, so it helps with the skin by putting lots of vitamins and minerals in your body that obviously heal your skin from the inside out, so eczema, psoriasis, acne. All the products have a 60-day money-back guarantee on it, so when you're talking to people about the drinking gel, you can tell them that if it doesn't work, they can get their money back. And it doesn't cure anything, but what it does is it fills your body up with vitamins and minerals and all the goodness and all the nutrition that you need, that then gives your body a fighting chance to help itself, really. So the RG is fantastic for high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So it expands your blood vessels, which means that your oxygen and your blood flow travels around the body quicker. So as well as helping with cardiovascular health, it's also great for sporting people. So it's really good for people that want to train longer and get better results. So I've got lots of customers and team members that are sporty people that find that the RG really, really helps them. So if you have somebody order drinking gel or RG, you need to follow them up on day 3. So you follow them up on day 3, day 7 and day 10. Day 3 is just to make sure that they're taking it. Day 7 is kind of the same. They're not going to see a benefit by then, really. So you're just trying to get them to take the product and remember to take it each morning. Make sure they know what dose they should be taking. So most drinking gel customers, you start on 30 millilitres for the first 3 days and then up that to 60 millilitres. RG, they just take 1 scoop every morning. Always best to have it 20 minutes before you eat or drink, both for the drinking gel and the RG. So day 3, day 7, just make sure they're taking it, make sure they're taking the right dose. A lot of people find it quite hard to get into a new habit, so you'll find that they forget to take it, so you're reminding them. Day 10 with the drinking gel customers, if they've only ordered 1 bottle, they'll need another bottle. So on day 10, just message them, ask them whether they want to order 1 or 2 bottles because they must be getting low. Okay? By following people up and constantly talking to people, you'll retain your customers. So don't just assume that they will order once and then reorder from you again. You need to keep following them up. Any kind of topical product or supplements, I normally follow them up after about 7 days. And then just make sure that you're texting them now and again, just to have a conversation with them, ask them how they are, etc. Don't always just text them when you want a repeat order from them. Make sure that you text them in between as well to find out how they are, how they're getting on with the product. You know, if they've got a particular condition or a particular problem, find out how they're getting on with that. Okay, so one of the most important things with this business is to talk to people and also to listen to people. So when you're out and about all the time, make sure that you're listening. So if somebody's telling you they've got aches and pains or they're constantly getting colds and flus and coughs, talk to them. And if they notice a change in you, explain why. So always be willing to share your story with them about what products you use and how they benefited you. Okay. Now, if they've got a particular condition, say, for example, you're talking to somebody that's got arthritis, it might be that the drinking gel hasn't helped you with that, but borrow somebody else's story. So there's plenty of testimonials about within the team. So if you're talking to somebody that's got a particular condition, try and remember somebody within the team that's used that and has had a benefit from it. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk to you about is the Clean 9 Fit 1 Fit 2. So that is a fantastic thing to retail just because it's a high-end item, which means you're going to get a good return on what you retail. So I recently did the Clean 9 myself. I lost, I think I'm now up to £14 that I've lost, which means that I have posted on Facebook my before and after photos. I regularly update people on how I'm getting on with the program each day. When I was doing the Clean 9, I was probably updating about every 2 to 3 days. I'm now updating probably about once a week, just letting people know how easy it is to stick to, and also my results. That's resulted in me retailing a lot of Clean 9s. So you're more than welcome to share my posts, share how I've got on doing the C9, and we've also got a support group which is on Facebook. I'll post it up on the team page in a minute so that everybody can see where that is. Add not only yourselves to that, but add your customers to that have expressed an interest. So any prize draws you've got with people that are interested in the weight management range, make sure you add them to that page, because then they can see everybody's updates. And obviously if you're doing the Clean 9 or Fit 1 or Fit 2, then you update on that page as well. And that just means there's about 250 people on there now. So it just means that they see information not just from you, but from everybody as well. So that's about all I've got to run through tonight. If you want the text message that I sent out to everybody and you haven't got it yet about the guys' Christmas shopping, then obviously let me know. If you want further details on the brochures and the office blocks, then let me know. If anybody's got any questions at all, then if you want to type them in now, I will have a quick look for you. No? Okay, I will leave it there for tonight, and the recording for this will be on YouTube in a while. Thank you.